Death of one of Hollywood's most alluring actresses. Natalie Wood allegedly drowned in 1981, and her death was originally ruled
In a dimly lit room, Robert Wagner, now 95 years old, breaks more than 4 decades of silence. His hands shake, his eyes glisten with ghosts of the past. "I knew a storm was coming," he whispers. But the storm he speaks of isn't the one that hit the Pacific Ocean that night in 1981. It's the one that stole Natalie Wood, Hollywood's golden star, and left the world questioning everything. For years, her death was called an accident, yet the whispers never stopped. Now, after 40 years of silence, the man at the center of Hollywood's darkest mystery finally speaks. And what he reveals isn't just shocking, it's heartbreaking. Because sometimes the truth doesn't drown. It waits to rise. It was November 27, 1981, when the 4 of them boarded the yacht, the Splendor at Marina del Rey. There was Robert Wagner, his wife Natalie Wood, her co-star Christopher Walken, and Captain Dennis Davern. The trip was supposed to be a relaxing getaway from Hollywood, a quiet escape. But behind that promise of calm was something darker, a marriage straining under suspicion. In the weeks before the trip, tabloids had exploded with rumors about Natalie and Walken. They were filming Brainstorm together, and one photograph, a simple picture of Walken's hand on Natalie's shoulder, ignited gossip across Los Angeles. Headlines read, "A strange energy between Walken and Wood." To the press, it was playful speculation. To Wagner, it was betrayal. He was furious. Friends said he threw the paper on the floor, poured himself a drink, and muttered, "Is she not my wife anymore?" In her diary, Natalie wrote, "Bob is jealous. Maybe he's just afraid of losing me." That fear followed them to the sea. Captain Davern tried to warn Wagner not to sail. The weather forecast was grim. High winds, rough waters, fog rolling across Catalina. "This trip shouldn't happen," he said. Wagner only replied, "Go ahead. I want some quiet." But those who knew him knew that quiet wasn't what he was after. What he wanted was control. The yacht glided out into the gray water, carrying 4 people and a storm that none of them could escape. That evening, they anchored near Doug's Harbor Reef, a popular restaurant on the island. At first it was laughter and wine. The group ordered lobster, clam chowder, and 2 bottles of white wine. Natalie smiled often, Walken spoke about art and fame, and Wagner stayed mostly silent, staring into his glass. When Walken started talking about the purpose of art, how actors should live for their ideals, Wagner finally broke his silence. "Not everyone can live by ideals, Chris," he said coldly. The table went quiet. Natalie tried to calm him with a gentle touch on his shoulder, but that small gesture only added fuel to his growing anger. The tension that had simmered all evening finally exploded. Robert Wagner finished his drink, threw his napkin, and muttered, "Some people should remember I'm still her husband." The restaurant fell silent. Natalie Wood's eyes were red from tears. Christopher Walken walked ahead, and Wagner followed with a bottle. The sea was restless around the Splendor. Wagner, jealous and drinking, snapped at Walken. "You're trying to break up my marriage." Walken replied, "You're imagining things, Bob. That only fueled the fire." Wagner slammed the bottle down hard, glass shattering across the deck. Natalie screamed, "Enough, Bob!" and fled toward the deck. Walken disappeared into his cabin, unwilling to continue the argument. When Davern tried to follow Natalie, Wagner stopped him, his tone icy and final. "She needs quiet." Moments later, silence fell. The kind that feels unnatural. The kind that means something has gone terribly wrong. By morning, November 29, 1981, the ocean had grown eerily still. At 8:15 a.m., a patrol boat discovered a small red shape drifting in the water. It was Natalie Wood, face down, lifeless, wearing only a red jacket, a thin nightgown, and wool socks. Nearby floated the yacht's dinghy, untouched, the engine off, keys still in place. The officer's report was brief but chilling. "Doesn't resemble an accident. Looks staged." When authorities boarded the yacht, Robert Wagner appeared calm, offering a brief, practiced account. "She went to check the dinghy and never returned." The case wrapped in 48 hours as the LAPD accepted his story and cited alcohol and rough weather. Yet, over time, doubt grew. This tragedy began to look like a secret long concealed. After Lana Wood's comments on live television, the media exploded. Headlines accused Robert Wagner of hiding the truth, and the pressure became unbearable. He canceled his book tour and retreated from the spotlight, saying quietly, "I thought I'd feel lighter after writing. Instead, I feel heavier." Then, in 2011, 30 years after Natalie Wood's death, the LAPD reopened the case. Lieutenant John Corina told reporters, "New witness statements suggest this may not have been an accident." For the first time, Wagner was officially named a person of interest. That same year, Captain Dennis Davern appeared on NBC's Today Show, declaring, "Robert Wagner didn't tell the truth. He didn't share everything that happened that night." In his book, Goodbye Natalie, Goodbye Splendor, Davern detailed the shattered bottle, the shouting, and Wagner's chilling command, "Don't turn on the lights. Don't call anyone." 2013, the coroner changed Natalie Wood's cause of death to drowning and undetermined factors, revealing possible foul play. HBO's Natalie Wood, What Remains Behind 2020, produced by Natasha Gregson Wagner, reignited interest. When asked by his daughter, Robert Wagner confessed softly, "I didn't cause her death, but I didn't save her either." In 2022, the LAPD closed the case again, unable to prove a crime. Wagner disappeared from public view, leaving behind only silence. And a final haunting confession. "I lied to protect my honor. I thought the truth could wait, but it never waits." Then came the words that would echo long after he was gone. "I don't remember if I pushed her into the water, but I know I was the reason she left." He paused, eyes closed. "I remember the wind. She was close. Maybe I said something that made her walk away. Then there was the sound of water. I still don't know if it was her or me. That was his last appearance before the camera, and maybe that was his truest confession of all." More than 40 years later, the story of Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner remains one of Hollywood's most haunting mysteries. Was it an accident or a tragedy born of jealousy and pride? No one will ever truly know. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere beneath the waves of Catalina Island, where only the sea remembers. Or maybe it lingers in his final words. Words spoken not to a camera, but to a ghost he could never let go. "I didn't push her into the water. I only pushed her out of my life. But from that moment on, I followed her." Because sometimes the most powerful confessions aren't spoken out loud. They live in the silence that never ends. So, what do you believe? Was Natalie Wood's death a tragic accident or a truth buried by Hollywood? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from the heart of Hollywood. Thanks for watching.